Ciao and buonasera, benvenuti to Cucina Quarantena. We are going to teach you how to cook over the next, I don't know, 4 to 6 weeks, could be longer. So I thought we'd go ahead and start by teaching you how to make fresh pasta today. My name is Sarah, and I am a writer and a tour guide, and my blog is adventureswithsarah.net. But I am becoming a cooking instructor. I have spent about 20 years working in Italy, so I want to teach you everything I know. So, fresh pasta. I know there's a big run on pasta in the grocery stores these days, so I'm going to show you how you can just make it from your simple ingredients at home. So first, simple flour. All right. The other thing, large eggs. If you can get your hands on these things, you've got pasta. A little bit of salt also will help. So here's how you do it. It's very, very easy. We're going to take 2 cups of flour. I level it off on the top here like this. Okay. Cup number 1, I'm putting it straight onto the countertop. Nice clean surface, solid surface to work with. And this is kind of the fun part, is that when you make pasta, it's like going back to kindergarten because you get to really get yourself all messy. So do you remember making those volcanoes when you were a kid, when you put lemon and baking soda in? I know I did that with my son Luca, who's filming right now.
Yeah, it was fun.
And so what we're doing here is we're making something similar, it's a similar shape. So I'm making a little volcano. And now in the center of that, I'm going to break 3 large eggs. I'm keeping the flour here because 2 cups is what I'm starting with. I may need more, I may need less. And really this is kind of about feel more than anything else. So we're gonna go ahead and crack 1 egg in. And then I'm gonna grab a fork and I'm gonna go ahead and whip it up just a little bit. So what I'm doing now is I'm kind of whipping the egg, and I'm slowly adding some of the flour in as I do this. Slowly. I'm making the volcano bigger and bigger. Okay, now I've got room for another egg. Okay, so crack the next one. Put it in here. Okay. Stab and mix. And I'm starting to slowly incorporate more and more of the flour in, digging down deeper into the mountain, and then incorporating from the sides. Okay, I'm in a good spot to add another one. All right. And let's stab that one. And we got an escape. Oh no, escape. Well, and this is perfect because now I get to do the fun, messy part. Now I'm just gonna start kind of working it together. Here we go, working it together. Ideally that wouldn't have happened and I would have just sort of started working it in from the center, but that's okay. We're just gonna start working it all together. And this is kind of a fun, messy project that it doesn't really matter if it works out right or doesn't. What you wanna just do is start to incorporate all that egg into the flour. And it's nice to kind of get your aggressions out if you have any.
Take that, taxes. Take that.
I've been stuck in the house for 4 weeks with my family.
Take that, family.
Yeah. So we're gonna make a nice big mess here. I'm gonna scrape down my fingers. Ooh, fun, huh? You can pretend like you're in kindergarten again. This is a great project to do with friends who've had a few drinks, or with kids, or anybody who likes to kind of make a mess. So I'm gonna put it back into the kind of volcano shape and start lumping it together. And it's starting to come together. I can kind of feel it's firming up. So you just basically are squishing all of the ingredients together. And at this point, I know this isn't beautiful and professional, but you know what? This is how it's going to work out for you at home, so may as well give you a sense of what the reality is. It doesn't have to be beautiful and perfect. It can be a big squishy mess. Okay, so now I'm going to kind of go to my bread baking skill set here. And here's a tip from bread baking. You want to start to kind of turn and push. So turn it over, push, and then I'm going to turn it and push. So fold like that and push. And this is a really good way to knead bread. It's a good way to knead pasta dough. But if you don't want to do it this way, you can use a bread baker. A bread machine that has a dough setting. You can make it in there, which makes it easy because you don't do anything. But considering that we aren't probably going to be getting a whole lot of exercise over the next few months, giving your arms a workout is not a terrible idea. So this is getting to a pretty good state because I can feel how firm it is. So this ratio is pretty good. 2 cups of flour to 1 cup, 2 cups of flour to 3 eggs. So there you go. All right. And this is, I know this is turning out right because I can kind of feel the consistency. So if you're not sure if you have the right ratio, what you're trying to do is you're going to keep massaging it until it becomes kind of elastic and also has the right firmness. And the right firmness is very easy. I'll show you how you know the right firmness. It's a little messy, but this is how I do it. Pinch your ear. Okay, so that's what it should feel like. Does it feel like it's getting close? It's getting close. It's getting the right consistency. And you should have all of the egg and the flour mixed together. Now, I could have put some salt in here to start with if I had wanted to. I just showed that because that might be something you want to do. In this case, I'm not going to because I'm going to leave it plain so that when I make the pasta, I can use the pasta sauce as the thing that determines the saltiness. But that's up to you. If you'd like to put some salt into the pasta itself, you can do that. I would put probably just a pinch. I wouldn't even put a measurable amount. Okay, so we're just about good. So what you would want to do at this point is, let's see, yeah, I think that's pretty good. Once you have it nice and kneaded and in a great consistency, yeah, this is pretty close. At this point, you just want to put some plastic wrap on it and then put it in the refrigerator or let it sit on your counter for a little while. So I could keep going and make it look a little bit smoother, and you can kind of see that it's still a little lumpy. So I could keep going if I wanted to. If you do it in a KitchenAid or if you do it in a bread machine, it's definitely going to come out smoother looking, but it won't have the love, you know. And you got to have the amore if you're going to have true Italian food. So, okay.
That's amore.
Okay, so that's pretty good. All right, so that's that. You have pasta dough. So make a nice little ball and wrap it up and let it set. And there you go. So the next thing that we can do with this is we can cut it into shapes. There are 2 different ways to cut it into shapes. You can either use a pasta roller, like a hand crank pasta one. There's an attachment for the KitchenAid, or you can roll it by hand. So I think what we're gonna do is we'll have that be a separate little video. How do you roll out the pasta? All of the options. So there you go, pasta dough. That's all it is. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And in the next video, I'll show you how to make some pasta shapes. Ciao!